Hi, and once again, we are live. Welcome if you are listening to us on the podcast, or you might be watching us on YouTube. And for those of you that have been following us and keeping up to date with what's going on, decided to chat to some of the people that I know about their journey with the Modern Mystery School. As it occurred to me that we're also from different backgrounds, different belief systems, and all these journeys are just so interesting. So, Karl Simon is
Yeah.
somebody that I have worked with for a very long time, and his story is quite miraculous. So I wanted to invite you on. Welcome. How are you doing?
Thank you. I'm doing very well. Thank you.
Excellent. Now, would you mind telling us a little bit about yourself, how you were, perhaps before you found the Modern Mystery School? What classes then did you take? And then what have you noticed since? I know we've only got a short period of time, but I wondered if you'd be able to do that for us.
Yes, of course. Hi, everybody. At the time when I found the mystery school, I was living in Barcelona. And I had come from living a life trying to fit into the lifestyle that the society had provided for me, with working and just trying to feel happy every day. I was very young, around 8 years old, when I first had thoughts about, like, I don't want to live. And by the time I met you and my life activation practitioner, I was 29, I think. So that's quite a long span of not wanting to live. And I just, wherever I went from very early until still today, I can see all these, what's the word? Sorry, I'm struggling with the words. But
Doing
yeah,
great, doing great.
how people treat each other, how bosses treat their employees, how clients treat whoever they come to see, and for my sake also, like how my family treated me. I was a major victim, biggest victim in my life. But since I took Empower Thyself, Sacred Geometry 1 and 2, Astral Travel 1 and 2, Healers Academy, and Galactic Activation. And yeah, except for Galactic and Healers, I did all of them in just 5 days. Um, and that's when I really started to see that I'm not a victim. I chose that life. So that's how I was before.
That's very powerful. It's very powerful revelation there. Yeah.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
then so you took those classes, and then what difference did you notice afterwards? How did you notice? How did it show up in your life?
Well, I moved from Barcelona just a couple of weeks after Empowered Thyself, and I moved to China, and I lived there with a woman and her 2 kids. And I started noticing how I became the father figure for those kids and the partner for this woman that I had trouble with in my childhood. So it became very um, apparent for me that I treated I treated other people the way I didn't want to be treated, and this helped me to just let go of. Well, it took it took a lot of tears, a lot of anger, a lot of negative spiraling downwards. But then eventually, all the rituals, sacred geometry 2, people do it. The crystals, I put them on me every day for 2 or 3 months, sanctuary meditation. And I just started looking myself in the eye, like for real, instead of putting all my problems on other people. I felt strong enough to just be honest with myself, and then eventually, slowly but surely, one change a day for, and yeah, here we are.
Now, where are you? Tell us a little bit about your life now. And I know it. I know the story, but just tell us where you are in life and what are you doing?
Well, first of all, I'm a student again. I went back to school last year, and I have about 12 years of school ahead of me. I want to become a psychiatrist, which means I need to become a medical doctor first. And that's, for those who know me, that's a very big deal. I was only 11 years old when my teachers told me you will become an alcoholic in the town's park. And that's quite hard for an 11-year-old to hear. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm focusing on healing all those childhood traumas. At the same time, I just got married, and we want to like create a family and buy a house and all of that stuff. So I'm slowly becoming the man that I want to be. Um, I have a business called Owl Healings. I do love owls, and I just made some big investments in that area as well, with my own studio and commercials here and there to help others with this internal stress of not feeling like I can be who I am. And I'm also going into a partnership where I would actually be one of the first in Sweden to educate the medical staff on healing and how to actually treat somebody that has a disease that you cannot see.
My goodness, it's just, I mean, how amazing is that transformation?
Yeah, it's magic. There's no other word. It's a lot of tears, a lot of frustration, um, and yeah, it's just, you told me every second we have a choice, and yeah, I've made the right choices. Talking to, like, following my heart's guidance, and yeah, it pays off. It's not easy, but it's, and after, it's not even hard. It's just worth it.
And what would you say to those that are of the younger generation? Because, you know, a lot of people, a lot of the younger generation are going through a tough time. And like you said, I mean, you know, it's easy to keep pointing the finger outside and and you know, keep blaming everybody else. And but you know, with that means that, you know, we can't take control of our own healing. So, you know, what advice do you have, you know, to the younger generation that perhaps are struggling right now?
Well, something that really helped me, it was, I was about 26, so 6 years ago. I was following this guy on YouTube, and he said, "Don't ever take anything personal." And at first, I was like, "Yeah, sure, you know, it's, they have a bad day and all of this." But then, as I'm a very deep diver, so I dive where, whenever something happens in my life, I firstly look at myself. Whatever it is, if I'm crossing the street and the car doesn't stop, if I get angry, I look at myself, and I don't take it personal, because whatever they do, they are actually doing towards themselves, which actually might be a bit hard for I don't know, if when I was 20, I would not get that one. But let's not underestimate the young ones. They
Well, you're
are far
planting
ahead of,
seeds. Planting seeds. You're planting seeds.
yeah, for sure.
Um, your story is amazing, and now you're in Sweden, and I know that you're, you know, you're a life activation practitioner. You're doing meditations and providing sessions for people, the crystal healing sessions and such like. And people are now stepping forward and you know, coming to the mystery school because you're introducing them to it. So it's actually amazing. And how many years has that been since I first met you? I mean, it's
That
happened
was,
quickly.
yeah, that was March 2019.
Yeah.
So that's in like, if you were me, you would see that that's probably about 25 years ago. But yeah, it's only been 2.5 years, and it's hard to explain that.
Mm.
You know, what did you do? I just honestly just stopped doing what others expected of me, and started doing what I love, what brings me joy.
Mm. And it's, me too. I think that's the best about, and it was the initiation and the life activation that just gave me that strength and that clarity to be
Yeah,
able to do that.
sure.
Simple as that. Simple as that.
Yeah, easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Yeah, that's our favorite saying.
Yeah, for sure.
That'll make a few people laugh that know us.
Yeah, for sure.
Uh, Thank you so much for sharing your story. And, if you are in Sweden and you are wanting to check out the life activation, etc., please get in touch with Karl Simon. He's an amazing guy, and we've got lots planned for Sweden, haven't we?
Yes, just you wait.
Yeah, just you wait. Thank you, and thank you, everybody. Take care for now. Bye bye.
Bye bye.